just the background on SugarWOD. We started as a free project about a little over almost 6 years ago now. We wanted to create a social, very social, interactive and engaging workout tracking system. We started with mobile apps and have also grown now to include a ton of web features, TV screens, integrations to your website, integrations to your Facebook page, all sorts of things, a very complete experience. And as I mentioned a minute ago, we now are also starting to roll out our integration with Zen Planner as well. So I'm going to start. Again, I pasted the little agenda up into the chat window. I'm going to start by demonstrating the mobile app. So my screen is going to change here, and you should see the mobile phone app pop up there. I'll give it just a second to catch up. Okay, great. Oh, good morning, Matt, also. Okay, so we're looking at SugarWOD. We are logged into the gym that we go to here in Colorado, CrossFit Roots. Just going to use them as an example. So just sort of walk through how this looks to one of your athletes first. Sort of the way the flow of this works is you will have programmed your workouts into SugarWOD. We'll show you that in a second when we flip over to the website. Or you may have subscribed to one of our partners like CompTrain or Invictus or Mayhem to receive your programming automatically every week. But in either case, you've got your workouts in SugarWOD. Your athletes, the way this kicks off is they're going to get a notification on their mobile phone, typically around 8 o'clock at night, the night before the workout, but you can set the timing for that. They get a nice little pop-up on their phone. It says, you know, CrossFit XYZ, the workout for tomorrow is, in this case, Fran, or whatever it may happen to be. That will drop them into the app here. And just sort of going top to bottom, what your athletes will see. There's always, there's an area for a photo of the day. We will always have a nice default photo each day that is CrossFit or functional fitness related. But of course, we definitely encourage you to upload your own photos, again, either from the app here or the website. And personalize it for your gym. But there'll always be something nice there. The second part is you see the little announcement area. Again, this can be customized by you. It's particular to your gym. And it can be used to announce anything from an upcoming barbecue or put in this case, a YouTube video you want people to watch. Anything you want to do right in that area. You'll see that we are looking at the workout of the day track of programming. We're going to come back to that in a second. For each track of programming, you can have any number of workout components that you would like. There is no limit. And they can be from any category that you want. Weightlifting, Metcon, warm-ups, cool-downs, skill work, whatever you want to do. In this particular case, we were doing Fran, and then some total bar skill work at the end there. So I'll pause there. I don't see any questions. Again, feel free just to ask them out loud or type them into the chat window. All good so far, though? All right. So so in this example, we had Fran as the sort of the main workout of that day. You'll see a few nice things that SugarWOD has done for me as an athlete. First of all, in blue text here in the middle, you see that SugarWOD's automatically gone out and fetched my most recent Fran time that I've logged and given me a little snippet of that there. I can also tap on the prepare button to really dive in and get a really deep look at all the information that I might want to prepare for this workout. And what's really cool about this as I walk through this is generated automatically by SugarWOD. You guys as coaches do not need to do anything special. So it's got my Fran PR up top, my full Fran history, my most recent 3, and then going back, all the way to 2009, every time I've ever done it with my notes and everything. SugarWOD even automatically detected that there was a thruster in this workout and generated a percentage chart for me. So again, if I go up to the whiteboard and my coach says, look, I don't want anyone going over 60% of their 1 rep max or whatever, I've got those numbers at my fingertips. And the system even automatically detected the movements in this workout and pulled up from our library videos for those movements to help refresh people's memory before they get to class. You can also drop in your own videos right into the workout as well. So the whole idea there is that when people show up for your class, they're just a little bit better prepared. They know their history, their numbers, their percentages. And Matt's asking, can we retrieve member information from previously used apps? Yes, we have an import tool. And if you're converting to us from Wodify in this case, or really any other system, there's a few steps there. We've got an FAQ, Matt, out there in our site. Andy, maybe you can paste the link to it into the chat window. You export your data from Wodify, and when you launch with us, we'll actually do that import for you. It's free of charge. We'll help kickstart that for your athletes.
Great.
Okay, so again, just continuing through this. So I've prepared for class. I've come to class. Yeah, there's the link. And let's say I'm going to log my score now. Like most things with SugarWOD, we try to keep it really simple, really easy. So, maybe I, against all odds, got a 3-minute and 30-second Fran, maybe unbroken pull-ups. Take a note there and log the score. SugarWOD automatically calculates PRs for every benchmark, all barbell lifts, all that sort of stuff. So that happens automatically. So there's my score now, and now I might tap through to the scoreboard. And, this is sort of, I guess, the central part of the app that people tend to come back and check throughout the day. I can see all the scores. It's nice to get a photo, face next to a name. In addition to just being a scoreboard, this is a way to kind of break down the walls between, let's say, the morning classes and the folks that tend to come in the afternoon. And a lot of little nice touches here. First of all, because I'm a guy and logged in here, the men's scores are up top. But if I was female, then the ladies' scores would be up top. We try to show you your peer group first. RX and scaled, all that's here. I might tap into one of my friends here and see, little comments going back and forth. Courtney, one of the coaches, even chimed in. Maybe I'll go into Samantha here and give her a fist bump. Of course, that just lit up her phone and said, Drew gave you a fist bump on Fran. And this is where this kind of becomes a bit addicting. And people tend to come in and check these scores throughout the day. You can see at our gym, just kind of a typical day in the gym, though, 70 results, 50 comments, and over 800 fist bumps. And this is one of the coolest things about this is that, just think about that. In one day, in one gym, 800 times our members were saying basically good job to someone else. And that's what's, I think, really exciting and helps build community, even when I'm not, there for that 1 hour a day that I'm actually in class. Maybe we can go into Scott, for example. I can see his notes, his fist bumps, nice little comments back and forth from some of the coaches and members. You can even tap through to the details for this athlete. So every athlete has a feed as well. And one of the important things that we learned pretty early on with a sort of social app like this is social's cool, but we also need to have privacy controls. So your members can control who, if their stuff is public, who can see it, and so on. You guys as gym owners and coaches can always see it, but they can control who else in the gym has access to their data. So I can, kind of look in here and see how my friend Scott's done and see his feed and so on of recent workouts. So those couple of screens there that we just clicked through is really about 90% of what your athletes need to know. It's really simple. There is a lot of depth here. And just to tap over to my own screen, I've got all my barbell and PR numbers in here, my full history of everything I've ever done, all my benchmarks. I can go and see every time I've ever done Annie, for example. And I know I'm clicking through quickly, but just giving you a taste here. Also, there is a personal logbook. So in addition to the workouts that I log from my gym, I can go in and log my own stuff. So maybe, maybe I'm on the road, or I'm just going to go down to the garage and lift. I can log my own workout, maybe some back squat, 5x5 or whatever, and I can put in my own numbers. So this gives your athletes a way to log workouts for open gym, or if they're traveling or something like that also. So any questions on the sort of the athlete experience here? All right, two other things I'll point out. So I mentioned that we were on the workout of the day track of programming. In your gym, you can set up multiple tracks of programming, and these can be for the different programs that you run, like a competitor's program or an endurance, or maybe you've got, high school or whatever you might be running. And these programs can be public, which means anyone in the gym can see them, like the workout of the day, or they can even be private. Like we have a competitors program at CrossFit Roots, and you have to be invited into that program. So I can click in there and we can see that the competitive team actually has quite a bit, more work to do besides just the main WOD. Or I might tap over to the, like my son does the high school program. So you can see that they have a different set of workouts, or the women's program. So you can set up multiple programs in SugarWOD as well. I think the last thing I'd like to show you on the app here is you might notice right in the middle of Fran here, it says coaches notes available. So I am logged in as a coach right now, which gives me access to some additional features. So to be clear, we do not have a separate athlete app and coaches app. It's all one. But if you're a coach, you get extra capabilities. So a couple of things you can do are you can do some programming right here from the app. The photos and the announcements that I mentioned before. The programming that you can do on the web, on the app is nice, and it's helpful in a pinch, but I'll show you the tools from the website in a moment, which are far more robust. But one of the neatest things is I can tap in here to the coaches notes area. And so this is for coaches only, of course. And this is a great place to put, you can see what Nicole from Roots here has put scaling options, pull-up progressions, rep schemes, and then even an entire class plan. Sort of really minute by minute, here's how we're going to run the class here at Roots on this particular day. And it's a way that Nicole ensures that there's consistency and the same quality in every class, no matter if you come at 8 a.m. or 5 p.m. YouTube links, all that sort of stuff. And as an aside, if you do subscribe to one of our marketplace partners, again, like CompTrainer, Mayhem, or an Invictus, all of this is automatically delivered to you in the app and on the website. So you get all of those lesson plans and coaches notes pre-written for you by those services. So any other questions? Oh, I see Jordan. Do programs in SugarWOD sync and tie to the program rosters and other management tools such as Zen Planner? So we have so the two main products that we have integrations with right now are PushPress and Zen Planner. With PushPress, they do pull some of the program. You say program rosters. Not sure if you mean workout or the athletes there. Maybe you can clarify that. But with PushPress, they do pull the workouts into their app and into their TV screen features. With Zen Planner, right now we synchronize all the rosters between Zen Planner and SugarWOD. So if a new member joins your gym and they get added into your Zen Planner account, they will automatically be added to SugarWOD. They'll get an invite email, download links, all that stuff. And vice versa, if they leave your gym, they automatically get removed from SugarWOD. So if you want more detail than that, feel free to add more into the chat there. Okay, before we move away from the mobile app, I'm going to show you one other thing that's pretty cool and pretty new for us. I'm going to click on this upper left-hand icon and slide out the drawer of all the gyms that I'm a member of. So if one of your athletes does choose to subscribe to CompTrain, or maybe they even work out, maybe they work out with you guys primarily, but they have a punch card, you know, at a gym in another city where they work, they can switch from gym to gym, and they can actually get their programming from again, from a CompTrain or some other service that they've subscribed to. So it's really a very cool all-in-one tool for your athletes. All right, I'm going to jump over to the website now. So my screen's going to go blank for just a second, and we're going to look at some of the programming tools. So hopefully everyone can see that. I am now logged into the website again for CrossFit Roots, our gym here. And I'm going to show you some of the programming calendars, the workout programming tools. There's a lot here on the website for you to do. Performance reporting and stats, participation stats, all sorts of things. But most people have questions about the programming, so that's where we're going to go first. Like most things, we try to keep this really simple, really easy. Here I'm looking at this week's programming for CrossFit Roots. Obviously, I can click around and go back a few weeks. I can program as far into the future as I want. There's no limit. Roots usually goes a couple weeks in advance. And of course, I can switch around among the different programs that we offer. So for example, I can go into the women's program and you'll see that they have a different set of workouts for this day. Everything in here is really simple. It's drag and drop. If I change my mind and this workout that I have scheduled for Sunday, I can just pick it up and move it over to Saturday. It's really as simple as that to change my programming. That updated my apps, my TV screens, even my own gym's website. It's all very synchronized and integrated. If I want to add additional workouts, I can just, actually, let's go out to an empty week and let's play around a little bit. So I can just click on this big add button and I get this nice little slide out palette of workouts. I can search through the entire history of everything I've ever done in a really pretty nice way. I can look for workouts. I had deadlifts and burpees. Maybe I find something that we did back in 2015. So I'll just drag that across. And SugarWOD automatically knows that we've done that before. It'll show your athletes their previous scores if they've done that workout before and so on. Barbells, very simple as well. Tons of things built in. Maybe we're going to do a 7x2 push press. I can even come in and assign percentages to each set if I'd like. And again, just drag it over, maybe change my mind and move it there. All the built-in workouts that you'd expect are here. We've been putting in the CrossFit.com workout every day for 6 or 7 years. Again, if I want to do a simple benchmark, just drag it across. But I can also create my own workouts, of course. So custom workout or an unscored component, which basically means like a warm up or a cool down or something. So custom workout might look like this: 3 rounds, let's say 10 pull-ups, 20 deadlifts, 225, 185, I don't know, it's a crazy workout, and run 400 meters. So that's going to be my Metcon. And my scoring, let's say this is going to be for time. So that's it. You see SugarWOD automatically noticed and identified the movements in this workout. So that's going to help create that video area and prepare area for my athletes. And I'll just drag that over. Maybe we'll do that after the push press. So that's what it's like to program. Very simple, drag and drop. We try to keep things easy that way. Any questions on the basics of programming? All right, two things I will mention here. One, if you do subscribe to one of our programming partners, you can just come in here and say, like, so in this case, we subscribe to CompTrain. it will automatically show me my comp train programming. So for example, here's 2 new workouts that have just been released from comp train. And I just click the button and download those to my calendar. From there, I can edit them if I want to. Maybe I don't have the right equipment or something like that. But it's very nicely integrated in that way. It's a question from Chelsea. Videos for the exercises. So we have a built-in library, Chelsea, that automatically get attached based on the movements that you've programmed, or you can add your own. So, for example, I'll click into this Metcon. Actually, sorry, I'm going to go back to that Fran example we used. That was a good example, and I'll show you how that works. So I just flip back a few months, and here's that same Fran that we looked at from the mobile app a second ago. So if I click in there, now I can get to the workout details. So Chelsea, you'll see in this example, if I click over to the movements tab, here are the videos that are automatically being attached to the workout from our library. But you can also just right in here, you can just put youtube.com, my favorite, thruster video. And that will be tappable and will play right inside the app for your athletes. Also just pointing out here, I can edit the workout. Everything on the blue side here is what my athletes will see. And everything on the gray side here, these are those coaches' notes that we looked at over in the app. So this is what my coaches will see. Again, with video links and whatever else you want to put in there. I'm going to click across here. Of course, as a coach, you can use the apps, see everyone's results, and participate in the fist bumping and comments, which, by the way, we really, really strongly recommend. It's really important that you and your coaching staff lead by example, which we found the most effective way to do that is every day, every coach, they give 5 fist bumps and 5 comments. Not for everybody, just 5 and 5. It takes about 3 minutes to do that. And if you do that, by the end of the week, you'll probably have touched every athlete in your gym. And it's pretty cool to see what happens when you get that all of that interaction flowing through the gym. One other thing I did want to point out here, of course, we've got analysis and all the charts and graphs you'd want to see on the workouts. But I really find this screen helpful, where I can just see everyone's score all at once, including their notes. So, and actually one of my favorite things in SugarWOD here is to see that, look at this, virtually everyone in the gym, maybe everyone, has taken really good notes, a couple exceptions. But they do that because they know that we're going to send these notes back to them next time. And I really love doing a side-by-side here. I can look at the last time we did this workout, which was about a year ago, and I can compare everyone's score. And I can see, Brian, his time actually went up, but he RX'd it for the first time. So that's pretty neat to see. And I can see the improvements in some people maybe who went down. But it gives me a great thing to talk about next time Brian walks in the gym. And I can just give him a fist bump and say, dude, that was awesome. I see you RX'd it for the first time. Great job. Michelle asking, do we have to be a CrossFit box? Definitely not. I am referring to CrossFit quite a bit here, but there's actually nothing in the application or in the apps or anything that really says the words CrossFit. You're very welcome to use this as a non-CrossFit box. I noticed that most of the attendees were from CrossFit, so that's why I was referring that way. Okay, I've thrown a lot at you there. Any questions about this, the programming or some of the back-end stuff that we've been looking at here? Okay, let's jump over and look at some of the TV features real quick, and then the website integration. So we call this BoxTV. This is optional. It's really cool, but you certainly don't have to use it. But some gyms that kind of want to be all digital might go to this way. So there's really two ways you can use BoxTV. I'm going to show both of them to you. The first here, I jump back to that Fran example from a couple months ago. This is kind of on autopilot. This is a screen that often gyms will put maybe near the front desk or the waiting area or the cubicles, maybe where people put their stuff during class. And it's just a great way to have the screen kind of rotates through the scores. It'll show the movement videos. And it's just a way as people kind of come into the gym to see, hey, what are we doing today? What's going on? How'd my friends do? That kind of thing. So this just runs all day long, of course, updating as people log their scores. The other way to use BoxTV, so you can maybe imagine this on a second screen if you want to do that, is as a big workout board. So you can kind of do a split screen thing here. You can split this multiple ways, I think up to 8. And it's a great way if you want to just put the workout up nice and big. Actually, let's do it horizontally. I think that might look better. So you can just put your workouts up there so that everyone can see it from across the gym. So you can bring people up to this screen to do your workout debrief and maybe any words of encouragement post-workout. So this is a way to get rid of your whiteboards if you want to be all digital. And honestly, in our gym, we still use a whiteboard. And then we've got this board off to this screen off to the side with the rotating leaderboard. Questions about that? You do see that this is just a regular web browser. There's nothing fancy from a technical point of view here. So you can get these up onto a screen in your gym with a simple Google Chromecast or an Apple TV or a smart TV or really any sort of way. It's just a website, nothing very technically heavy. Okay, then the last thing I was just going to show you quickly, I'm going to bounce out to the gym's website and just show you the website integration. We have many ways to integrate with your website. The simplest is with our plugin. You drop in the plugin and you get a little button like this down in the corner, or you can connect it to a menu if you'd like. And of course, you can change the colors and the labels and stuff like that. And it's just a very simple way to put the workouts on your website and even the scoreboards optionally as well. And all those privacy settings I mentioned before, your athletes, maybe not everyone's comfortable with their name out there, totally okay. They can adjust that in their privacy settings. So what this means is you don't have to go and add the workout to your website every night. I've talked to a lot of gym owners that say, I've been doing that for 7 years, every single night of my life. This automates all of that. So when the workout publishes at 8 o'clock or whatever, the phones update, the TV screens update, your website updates, it all stays synchronized. All right, any questions about any of that? All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about, I already did mention it, but is the Zen Planner Integration. This is very new. We actually just released it up at the CrossFit Games last week, and we're starting to roll this out in beta literally this week, well, starting Monday. What it does is connects the two systems behind the scenes and saves you guys a lot of work by synchronizing the athletes and the member roster. So again, if someone joins your gym and you put them into Zen Planner for the waivers and the payments and all that sort of thing, Zen Planner will automatically call over to SugarWOD, create the user, invite them in, send them an email with your gym's name on it and logo and all that nice stuff with download links, and creates a nice introduction for them. And then vice versa. If they cancel or leave your gym or fail to pay, they will automatically be removed from SugarWOD. This is really just the first step of the integration. We've only been a part of the Zen Planner family for a couple of months. So we wanted to get this out the door very quickly, and we have a lot of really neat plans for integrating the tools more in the future. So this is really just the first piece. Let's see, Michelle's asking a question. How does this integrate with DAXCO? Good question. So, so if you're using DAXCO at a YMCA or something like that, and for those that don't know, DAXCO is the parent company of Zen Planner. We do not yet have an integration, Michelle, yet with DAXCO. That is on our list. As I said, we're only a couple months into this, but we do have a lot of YMCAs and DAXCO customers already using us side by side. The only thing you're missing is that sort of nice member synchronization, but it works very well without that. But it is on our to-do list. Any other questions about the integration? Oh, I didn't mention, but the Zen Planner app is also integrated with the SugarWOD app. It links between the two, so your athletes can bounce, back and forth very seamlessly. As far as pricing, it's all out here on our website. It's based on the number of athletes in your gym that actually use SugarWOD. So even if you have 300 athletes in your gym, but if 100 use SugarWOD, you just pay for the 100. You see the numbers there. Very, very straightforward. Just build monthly, cancel anytime, no contract. You're not locked in. And also you're not locked in from a data point of view. We're very open about this. You can download your data. Your athletes can pull it down anytime. We do not believe in keeping your data hostage. So we try to make this very simple and straightforward. Beyond 300 athletes, it is $20 per 100 athletes. But Michelle, if you're talking about really big numbers, let's talk. If we need to do something custom for you, we're very happy to do that. Matt's asking, will there be one price to have both Zen Planner and SugarWOD? I can't say for certain, Matt. I don't know. We are discussing those things. Like I said, it's still kind of early days here with the partnership and integration. So we haven't figured all of that out yet. So currently the prices are as they are up on the website here. As far as getting started and rolling this thing out, it's very, very simple. You literally could have this thing rolled out in 5 minutes. You start a free trial with this big pink button here on our website. You create your gym and you add your programming and say, hey guys, download the app and join and select our gym from the list. It is really that simple. There's no big training, nothing like that. We do have demo videos for anything you need to know. Of course, we're here to help you and we will walk you through it if you need to. But we're up close to 3,000 gyms now on this. And I would say it's been a very small percentage that have needed much help. It's a really pretty simple system to start using. What's the length of the trial? The standard, Michelle, is 15 days. If you need more time or whatever, there's a link to just email us. We're happy to help you out there. We're also happy to do one-on-one calls. We'd probably suggest that you start the trial, watch some of the videos and so on that we have out here on all these different sort of topics, and then set up a 15 or 30-minute call, and we'll dive into any specifics about your gym or setup. Any other questions? Andy, any topics that you think I haven't touched on here?
No, I think you've hit everything that we planned for. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll wrap up again. Throw any questions you'd like into the chat room there. You're welcome to follow up with us at hello@sugarwod.com also with specific questions. But I'd really encourage you guys to start a free trial. No credit card needed. Start a trial. Get some athletes in there. Watch some of the videos and just try it for a couple of days. And I can guarantee you that it will be very welcome by your athletes. We get great feedback from almost closing in on 1 million athletes now in here. So anyway, just encourage you to start a trial and see if it works for your gym. So thanks everyone for your time. Really appreciate you joining us today, and just let us know how we can help. All right. Thanks everyone.